Hi everybody, I'm Annalisa, the Vice President of Spa Girl International, and this class is an introduction to the double-handed PowerDerm treatment. You can also do everything I'm going to be performing here today with one machine. The double, as you'll notice, accelerates results. You can get there faster, but one machine, if that's what you got, it's good to go. Let's get started. And now we're going to take 2 pumps of the cleanser, the Eucalyptus Tea Tree Cleanser. Make sure your machine is set at a speed 1 when you begin this treatment. Now, since our facial is going to include opening up the lymph in the chest and in the neck, as usual, we're going to use the cleanser all over the chest and all over the face with the two-handed machine treatment. Coming right up in here. Freeing the skin of all those oils and impurities. Make sure you get behind the neck. And the lips, if they have lipstick on, get that off too. Right on the brow, take off any brow makeup. Now, very fast to utilize 2 machines when you're doing a PowerDerm cleanse. Now we're going to take our sponges. Take off all the cleanser. Here we go. Perfectly done. Now we're going to follow up by attaching the PowerDerm Dermabrasion head, the white ones. This is your softer medical grade silicone for the face. I also like to recommend when you first do a client for a body service, start with the white head, and then you can switch to the clear head, which is for scars and tattoo brightening, etc. You can switch to that head as you get familiar with the client's skin. Now we're going to take, because we're doing the chest too, we're going to take 3/4 of a teaspoon, apply it to your glove, and we're going to put it in key spots. Opening here. Now, the best thing to understand about the lymph system is that the face and the scalp drain to the watershed called the submandibular and cervical lymph nodes. So any scalp or face problem and condition, fluid issues, you're going to want to open up the submandibular and the cervical nodes. All of the lymph fluid in the face drains to the heart, all the lymph fluid in the body does. Now, when you're doing a facial, it is best to be more upright. This is a perfect angle, minimum of a 45 degree, because you want to have the effect of gravity. You want that little bit of help. If your client is lying flat, they'll get a metallic taste in their mouth as the lymph drains, and so you want to prevent that, and plus you want that extra help of the fluid moving out. And we're going to put a little bit of crystal on her upper lip, her nose, get there, her brows. And now we're going to set the crystals, have them spread out with our mister. Just a little fine layer of mist. There's 3 types of applications you can do. There's dry application, a misting, and steam. In the case of using mist and steam, you always want to only use a little bit to spread the crystals out or to repurpose them. With 2 machines now, we're going to spread all those crystals out. They come right behind, all in here. Right on those eyebrows. Remember, PowerDerm is the only resurfacing tool in the world can go anywhere there's bone, so we're able to do your eyebrow lifts. So make sure you distribute crystals right on those brows, up close to where the cheekbone ends, all the way in there, under the chin. Make sure you have them turn their neck and get those crystals all here and behind the ears too. Let's go over there too. And get behind the ears. All in there. Okay, so with the crystals now evenly applied, we're going to begin the two-handed machine treatment. We're going to start by opening up the chest. Again, all lymph fluid goes back to the heart via the chest. So you want to open up these ducts. You're going to take the side of your machine to find any clogging, and you'll notice that when lymph nodes are clogged, they feel like little speed bumps. And the edge of your machine helps you find those. So once you find a clogging, you're going to go right on it, let it build. Lymphatic drainage massage is a vacuum-like pressure. It's created either through muscle contraction or the circular motion created by fingers or this machine to build up that vacuum-like pressure. This machine has a 20,000 revolution per minute motor, so it is doing it at an accelerated rate. So your client will experience lymph nodes already right here. This one's flattened out. It'll experience an unclogging in around 1 to 2 minutes, so very, very fast. She's getting a nice rosy glow in her chest right now. That is because we are triggering the blood lymphatic circulatory loop. As lymph fluid moves out, circulation comes up. Very, very, very beneficial for clients. Obviously, oxygen is important for all of your organs. Circulation is too. So we've just triggered that. Now she's open. Now, we're going to come now into, right in here, we're going to open up the lymph nodes all in here. You have your thoracic and supraclavicle, how the entire face drains down. Open all those up. And now we're going to come into the neck. So we're going to come right under these lymph nodes. Now watch what I do. I'm going to turn it to the side really quick. And I'm going to find the clogged lymph nodes. You take your machine and you run it. Now, bump, 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 bump. Can you feel that too, client?
Yes.
Those little bumps right there, bump, bump, bump. Those are clogged lymphs. So we're going to begin opening those up, all in that area. Glide pump, glide pump, glide pump. You can take your machine over here and keep that drain going. You can also, if your client has clogging, which she does right here behind the neck, you can come right in here with your 2 machines. Let it sit, glide pump, glide pump, glide pump. Find the clogging again, opening those limbs right in there. Now sit, pump, pump. Let it build up that vacuum-like pressure. The machine, through the touch of it, you can feel there, that just cleared. Do you feel that too?
Yes.
That lymph node just flattened on her. And so by touch, by the machine itself, it lets you know when it's unclogging. And let's not forget, we're also taking off dead skin right now. We are at a speed 1. Lymph is best to treat at the lower speeds. 1 through 4 are the best for moving out fluid. 5, 6, and 7, you're going to now moving into the resurfacing. 9, of course, 8, 9 are all into resurfacing. Now we're going to move now to her other side. And we're going to open up the same way. We're going to find those lymph nodes with the edge of the machine. And she's less clogged on this side. Usually that lets me know she sleeps this way. Is that correct? You sleep turned to the side?
No, I sleep
Which way?
on the right.
You sleep this way.
Mm-hmm.
That's really interesting. Why are you clogged more on this side? Did you have any kind of accident? Were you in a car accident? Did you have anything, a fall? Were you sick anytime?
In my whole life?
No, right, just in the last couple of years, 3 or 4 years, 5, even our car accident from a while ago. This is fascinating though. Those lymph nodes on that side are much more clogged. Do you feel that difference?
Yes.
It's a very, usually, let me see your jaw. So you take the side of the machine, right in there. That's clogged right there. That's clogged a little bit there. Okay, see you're more clogged here too. Right there. See that, feel that thickness?
Yeah.
That's impaired too. That's super, super clogged. So this whole side of you is more clogged than the other. So mystery. Christy?
I'll think about it.
It's a mystery. Yeah, think about it, because it's interesting that you would be more clogged on that side. I mean, sometimes people go and they remember, oh yeah. After a while, they start to realize something happened that made them more clogged. She's already open on this side. Now, we're going to take both machines, come to the middle, we're going to do a flushing, we're going to take her up to a 2. And I think it's about time to add a little bit of mist. So again, repurpose those crystals. You will notice the crystals start to change shade. They start to go invisible. That is because there's no closed loop vacuum system on the PowerDerm system. And those vacuum systems will cause inflammation and bruising and make it contraindicated for a lot of different skin problems to use microdermabrasion. With Kinetic, we have no vacuum. So the crystals and the dead skin will merge together and eventually those crystals will disappear. Now we're going to come right in here. We're going to pump forward. Again, all the lymph nodes in the back of the neck drain to the thoracic and supraclavicle. This can be very freeing for a client to open that all up, all in that area. And if your client suffers from scalp issues, you want to treat those too. Now we're going to come right under her chin with both treatment with both machines. Pump to the side. Pump to the side. Pump to the side. Pump to the side. Opening it all up in here. Now we're going to come right in here.
Oh, it feels so good.
It's a pretty amazing feeling, isn't it? Now these lymph nodes, there's a triangle, these all drain to the submandibular nodes. So you're going to come right in here, you're going to find them, just let her have that. Clients that suffer from TMJ, they suffer from tinnitus, ringing of the ears, they suffer from migraines, sinuses, all of this is beneficial. Opening up these lymph nodes, all in here. But do you have any TMJ issues yourself?
I definitely clench my jaw.
Yeah, I can feel that. So what I want you to do right now, just open your jaw a little bit and just release it. Open it wider, a little wider, Just go right in there.
Ah.
Yep, all in there. Wonderful. And then you just feel as I go, and you can open, close your mouth as you're comfortable, if it's more comfortable. But we just opened that. That just drained right out. Good, 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 good stuff. Now you're going to come right up here. As you can see by the diagram we're going to show you in a second, there are lymph nodes all in here. And these culprits, right in here, can cause your nose to get wider as you age, broken capillaries, a heightened state of allergic response. Noses have actually lost fluid in them, shrink the bridge of the nose. And of course, when you're doing this treatment, you're getting rid of blackheads. And look at that. Use the double-handed machine approach. Use the resistance of both machines against each other. Get rid of those blackheads. All in here. And shrink those pore sizes. And then move that fluid. This is an excellent treatment right in here for people who suffer from dark circles and bags. Because lymph fluid is the culprit for both of those. Bags are not genetic. It is predisposition to clog lymphatically the same way. Now we're coming right in here, and we're pumping the fluid out to the side. And you're going to come lightly all in here. Notice my speed. I'm still at a 2, you guys, on both machines. Coming in here, opening her up to the side. We're going to work on those crow's feet a little teeny bit. And what we're going to do now is we're going to apply a crystal called Vita A Berry. Let's get the Vita A Berry.
Teeth.
Teeth. Oh, jaw. Teeth. Teeth are huge. Have you had teeth issues, especially on this side of the face?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. The teeth are pretty huge factor for clogging lymphatically. So you've had more troubles with your teeth on this side than on that side. Do you have any root canals?
Yes.
Okay. There we go.
This side.
This side, correct. So, okay, now we found the cause of this, because root canals are kind of problematic, especially for lymph. Now, what we're going to take is Vita A Berry. Why did I choose this crystal for Christy? Because during a service, when the machine is removing the top layers of epidermis, you create something called cosmeceutical penetrations. Products will penetrate like pharmaceuticals. So Vita A Berry in particular will function like a retin A. It'll now penetrate the skin, delivering that vitamin A right in there for her fine lines right in this area. So we're going to apply a little bit of the Vita A Berry. We're going to mist it. Tiny little bit of mist, add a little bit more, refresh that. Now we're going to come in here, and again, we're keeping our machine just at a 2. No need to go any higher right now on her. We're going to come right in there. We're going to first set the crystals at a 1. This allows them to position. You can work with more than one crystal. I worked with clients where their chests were in mandarin orange, their jawline was in eucalyptus, and their forehead and eyes were in Vita A Berry. They look like a sherbet. So all the different colors, you set them in place, and once they take position, you now can up her speed. So we're going to take her right up. For fine lines and wrinkles, we're going to take her up to a 4. We're going to come right in there on those fine lines and wrinkles. Again, this machine allows you to go really close, wherever there's bone. So you're going right into those fine lines and wrinkles. And notice I do a little bit of a flick. That's important because we're continuing to do lymph, and we're directing that fluid. The upper face, everything above the triangle, all of this drains to the side, to the cervical lymph nodes. So we want that additional drainage, lymphatic drainage massage, all in this area. Now we're going to come in right again here with our nose, and then we're going to follow the bone. Now this is your bunny wrinkles. Excellent for all in that area. What I'm going to do over here with my 2-handed machine, I'm going to do a little bit of a switch here. I'm going to come right in here and do her brow while I'm opening her neck, all in this area. Right over here, we'll go right in here. Little pump there, get some stimulation, and now we're in here again. Now when you're doing the brow, you want to hook right underneath. You want to capture it and you want to flick up. You get a little more moisture there. If it ever gets dry like that, or it feels like a horse trying to throw you off, that is the machine letting you know you have to add some mist. So you want to hook right underneath, right in there, underneath that, and pump up, hook it, flick up, flick up, flick up, flicking over like that. So pump up. So capture that bone underneath, lift it up, all in here. We go right in there. We're going to do her forehead too. Here we go. Bunny wrinkles all in there. Capture it all in there, you guys. Hook up. If you're first learning and you're concerned with the eye, you can take your fingers as a guide with one machine and protect the eye like that. But once you get experience with it, it's a pretty easy process to do. all in here. Any wrinkles here, we're coming on her forehead, all with the double-handed machine. I'm going to give her a little pump over here as I do that brow, stimulating that lymph, stimulating that lymph. All in here. Now we're going to take her to this. Let's go right there and here. Okay, good. Now we're going to move to the other side. Come in here on these wrinkles. We're going to go onto this brow. We're going to follow that bone. Those fine little lines right there. Get right in there. Capture under the bone right there. Flick up. Flick up. Over and 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 up. Hook it over, come right in here on the forehead, right there. Now, one of the things with the 11s, so you know, these are your marionettes, these are your 11s, these are your bunny wrinkles. A lot of people, she doesn't have any, but if she did, you want to go inside the wrinkle. You want to trigger collagen, fibroblasts, and elastin fibroblasts deep in the dermis right there. So you want to trigger collagen. A lot of people just go flat over those wrinkles, but they don't realize you want to go inside the wrinkle itself. We're going to come right in here with the two machines, pump out to the side. All in here. Now we're going to come into her jawline, and then we're going to go back to this, and now we're going to do her mouth area. Notice, here's the pumpkin crystals, increased collagen elastin production. You take a tiny little bit, so little, it's like 1/16 of a teaspoon. Put it below and above. Notice I haven't done this entire area of the face, from the marionettes in. That's because I was planning to do lips. This entire part of the face drains downward. I always save this part for last altogether because you want to do the lips at the same time. Now we're going to set it back to a 1. We're going to set the crystals in place, all in here. Set them in place. Add a tiny little bit of mist, just a little dry, just like that. Now remember, again, all of this drains under the chin. So we're going to start our prep for that area, right under the chin, at a 1, pumping out to the side, pumping out to the side. Give it that wonderful unclogging of the lymph there. If you suffer from folliculitis, acne, there's a lot of different skin problems that are connected to clogging of the chin, all in this area, periodontal dermatitis. So now we're going to come right in here. We're opening all this up. All of this drains down. I'm going to come right on that upper lip. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep a machine under the chin draining. And now with the two-handed machine approach, I'm going to take her up to a 5 and I start plumping her lips. All in here, opening those lips. Now, a lot of times for a client, I like to have ready a glass of water. And that water, an empty cup and a full cup. And what that allows you to do is after you're done, if they've gotten some crystals in their mouth, they can spit it out. This is a dioxide crystal, mined from the earth. And so it's just like eating a little bit of sand. It's nothing from a health standpoint you need to worry about. But you do want to have them rinsed. The other thing you can do is you can take your mister, mist them in the mouth like they're at the dentist's office, and have them spit into that empty cup to move those crystals out of their mouth. Now I'm going to take both machines right here. We're going to go right on that bottom lip. Right in there, plumping it up. Trigger all in here. We'll come right under there for the top lip. I'm going to start opening up the chest again a little more, just keep that drainage going. We're doing a lot of stimulation now. 2 machines allow you to do so much. So for instance, for Christy, because she has more clogging on this side, I could take her in here and start opening up a little more of that clogging on this side where she had it while I'm doing her lips, all in here. Stimulating that, open, open, open. I can also come right in here with the bow. Here we go, a little more on that bottom lip, plumping it up. Now this will trigger in the dermis a fibroblast for 48 to 72 hours. What we are doing right now addresses the 3 factors for why in 2017 lip treatments were the #1 beauty enhancement women wanted. The first big factor is we lose volume as we age. Volume in the beauty industry is another word for collagen, so our lips shrink as we age. I'm not talking old, I'm talking just 40 years old, they start to get smaller and smaller. Second factor of lips is we have little to no melanin in our lips. Melanin protects us from sun damage. So here we are losing volume and all this sun damage starts to appear in the form of wrinkles. And then the last big factor of the lips is there's no oil glands in the lips. Dehydration is not a friend for collagen, and because we have that dead skin on the lips, our normal little lip treatments won't even penetrate. By doing one treatment of a PowerDerm, you're stimulating that fibroblast, you're getting rid of that sun damage, you're taking off some sun damage from the lack of melanin, and you're creating a cosmeceutical penetration. There's those words again, where you can now infuse the skin with your lip balm, your moisturizer, and what we like to use, Infusion Phyto, and infuse it with all those 48 botanicals and restore that lipid barrier, the natural oils that keep in hydration and vitamins and keep out pesticides. Now we're going to come right in here for her. We're going to add a little bit more mist all to her face. Notice, unless I did a spot treatment on her, I did not add extra crystals. You never need to do so. You repurpose them with the mist. So we're going to come right in here again, open her up, all with the 2 machines. We're going to take her now up to a 5. Moving her now at that higher speed for that wonderful resurfacing and lymph still. Now she's all open. Going to come right behind her neck. Now for those of you first learning, if you ever catch the client's hair in the machine, it's called stop and pop. Stop the machine, pop the head off, and the hair will unfurl. So when you're first learning, if you get any of those little fine hairs in, simple little process, stop and pop, will help you. All in here, goes to the side. You always want to avoid the thyroid right there. You can pump all in here, we're going here. Now for this last portion of her facial, I'm going to take the machine to a 9. Now all of you are going, oh my God, a 9? Seriously? Is that even possible? Yes. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to creep my hand up, come right up in there, and I'm going to give her that wonderful resurfacing treatment at that highest speed. This is pure resurfacing, you guys. All in here. All in there. All in the hair, all in the forehead. Okay, now our client, we are now going to take the crystals off. The best way to take off the crystals is to put back on your brush heads. And what you're going to do is you're going to put both brush heads on, heads in water.
It smells so good.
And then you're going to take pump, pump, pump of the eucalyptus cleanser. Make sure, set your machine to 1. You do not want suddenly that cleanser to be flying all over. Little dots, little dots, little dots. Turn your machine on. Now this cleanser is designed for aftercare, for post results. It doesn't have any acids in it that will interfere with having taken off these layers of skin. It's also designed as a gel to capture those crystals, cutting down the time it takes to get them off. So here you are using that gel cleanser, and because remember, PowerDerm doesn't have a vacuum, that's wonderful. And here you are using that gel cleanser to free up where all those crystals are. You're also freeing up all the dead skin on the surface right in here, which is going to make it so easy to take those crystals off. All freed up. Now I have a little, always make sure you get the crystals in the nose, especially when you're doing the towel. Don't forget those. Come right on those eyebrows with this brush tool. All in here. All in here behind that ear. There we go. We freed up all of her crystals. Now we're going to take our mister. Mister down. And now we're going to take our sponges and we're going to take up all the crystals. You start at the forehead. You're going to move them out to the side. The other option is to use steam towels, 2 of them. One of them you use first. You'll get off most of the crystals and then you'll go back and use the second steam towel doing that wrap. So again, now notice how all the crystals go to the side. Make sure you go right in that brow. Move them all here to the side. Flip them over all the way to the side. Let's turn her to the side. All behind the necks and ears. All in here. Let's come in here, all behind here. Crystals. All underneath. There we go. Now again, we just triggered the blood lymphatic circulatory loop, so she's got nice circulation going. Some clients won't get rosy, some clients do. This rosiness lasts for the same amount of time as when you exercise. So if you stay rosy for 5 minutes, that's it, or 10 minutes, there you go. And of course, it is good, very safe and effective to put makeup on right on after kinetic dermabrasion treatment. That's why we're used in Hollywood, on set, and right before awards shows. We're going to do one last little check with her. Now, your final step is to use the Infusion Phyto. You can just put it on as your aftercare. The Infusion Phyto has 48 plant botanicals that are designed to basically, you have a lipid barrier. The lipid barrier keeps in hydration and vitamins and keeps out pesticides. Infusion Phyto mimics that, seals now in all those wonderful vitamins and keeps out the pesticide particles. You can put it on by hand, so now we're going to take the Infusion Phyto. It's around half a teaspoon. You're going to apply it everywhere you applied the crystals. And we're going to do the same kind of thing. And this allows you to give your client a little bit of a little final lymph with the machine. So instead of just putting this on by hand, which you're free to do, but you can also put it on with the machine. And what I like to do in this step, and what we encourage you to do, is to catalog and get a gauge of how much progress your client has made during the treatment. So, for instance, we're going to start now with her chest, and I'm going to be interacting with Christy here. And I'm going to go over her chest area, and what we can feel here, especially in this area, do you feel like there's less clogging in there? How do you feel?
Yeah, it's not as
lumpy.
tight.
Tight, correct. Interestingly enough, a lot of people use this treatment for asthma. Even on children, you can use this kind of treatment to open up all the chest in here, which gets really, really tight, and then the limbs get clogged with inflammation. Allergy sufferers benefit hugely from this. We're going to come right up in here, and now we're going to turn Christy to the side, and we're going to see where this feels. And watch, I take it on its side again, and lo and behold, it's not bumping. Do you notice that, Christy, too?
Yes.
It was bump, 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 like little speed bumps. So now those lymphs have drained. Here's was our big clogging. She had one here and one here. This has gone down significantly. I would actually think you've got around 50% drainage here. Well, what would you put it at, Christy? Do you feel the difference too?
Yes, for sure.
How much would you say from a percentage standpoint for you that you feel this?
Like 70%.
70%. Okay, well good. You're more flattering to me than I am to myself. Now we're going to go onto this side over here. We're going to open up there. We're going to feel the lymphs in here. This side was better in general, but this side feels more open. When I'm moving it, it's less tight. Do you feel that too?
Yes.
And you can turn your neck better on this side than you could because we opened up that side. This is better. This right in here was what you want your other side to be, that other lymph node. See how small that is now? All in there. Really nice progress. We're going to come right in here. We're going to pump all this. Make sure you get the infusion on the lips, especially because we did a lip treatment on her. You want to seal up that lipid barrier. All in the nose, all the bone. Again, now let's say you were using one machine right now, you would be using just the one. You can do everything I've done in this class with the one machine. All in here, opening this up, and then switch to the other side. All in here, open, 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 open. Right on those brows. Set that Infusion Phyto. Now Infusion Phyto is used solely as a lymphatic drainage cream. So if you want to do just lymphatic drainage on a client that is super clogged in between resurfacing treatments, the benefit with the crystals, of course, is you are tightening up skin, you're thickening and firming with elastin collagen while you're doing lymphatic drainage. There's a lot of other benefits too, but primarily you are right now, you also get cosmeceutical penetration when you take off the skin, but there's a lot of clients, you can even have little kids with eczema and little kids with different clogging disorders, and you might want to do them just with infusion. I just was working with an esthetician who's treating her daughter, as I mentioned, for asthma with infusion alone, and that daughter is 6 years old. So there's a lot of different modalities you can do here. We're going to come right there. And now I'm going to take her up really quick to a 3, just give her that last little massage, all in here, all in the back right in here, and then, oh, I know, isn't that amazing? She just sighed.
It's like a release.
It's like a big release. Most people do not know that their scalp drains to these lymph nodes all here, so you want to open up the cervical and submandibular lymph nodes in the face, and it will drain the scalp. You can correct scalp acne and rosacea and psoriasis, and even have a beneficial effect on alopecia by doing that lymphatic drainage right under that. I'm going to come last in here, all in here. And again, when you're contouring all in this area, move that out. You're going to be very happy with your wrinkles on your eyes. The skin's really plumped up, which is again beneficial. You triggered a nice little fibroblast all in there. Last little massage. Little pump. Ta-da. Now I'm going to take this fusion just a little bit in my hand. And as I'm going over it, what I would do now is I would mark up her chart, and I would mark that we got a great drainage. She thinks 70%, I think 55, or right over here. How balanced she's feeling, where the next treatment she needs to make more progress. What was done on her. And ta-da! This is the two-handed PowerDerm treatment that is doing 3 things simultaneously. Resurfacing, which is now we just triggered a fibroblast for 48 to 72 hours. It is also doing cosmeceutical penetration. And we've done a full lymphatic drainage massage. Christy needs to go home, and she needs to drink half her body weight in ounces. Very important. If your client is drinking coffee or tea, add 6 ounces. That's another big thing. Lymph, very, very important to hydrate after treatment. And there you go. Ta-da. Thank you so much, Christy.
So much.
Thank you.
It's amazing.